It is 8 o'clock on the East Coast. It is 5 o'clock on the West Coast. It is the 30th of October in the year of our Lord 2025. Season 16, episode 18. 439 times you have been welcomed to the Clubhouse podcast, your one-stop shop for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, pro wrestling. It's what we do. Welcome. My name is Rob. I am the executive producer of the Clubhouse podcast. Man, we've got a lot to cover, so we're going to dive right in. Alex is out on assignment tonight, so tagging out, even I know the description says we're skating at full strength. I that's what it was when I did the description, so deal with it. However, I'm not by myself, because there he is, the official fact checker. Goodness mercy. One moment. Of Sooner Gator Productions, and a weary traveler. He is back in our fair burg. You may know him as Igbunu, but his mama named him Don Ford. I'm going to call him Don Ford. Welcome home, brother.
Steps in the last week.
Do what?
I got my steps in.
I bet you did.
Week. Yes, I did.
And we're going to talk all about it.
Oh, yes, we will.
I mean, if you want to.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And,
let's get through. Let's do sports first.
But before we do that, I do want to say technical issues, but I still made it on time. I was trying to have. Yeah, still made it.
Got a little surly there, but you made it. Don, we have huge Olympic news.
What did they do?
I'm not going to call it breaking. We're going to give it the sounder. As you know, the Winter Olympics are coming up in just a few months.
Yes.
The U.S. bobsled team and the skeleton team. Skeleton's like the luge kind of, sort of, but it's only one guy and you do the thing.
Yeah.
They have a new sponsor.
All right.
Who will be with them at the Olympics. Do you know who the sponsor is, Don?
Let me kind of guess.
Sure.
Could it be one of the movie studios because of that Jamaican?
An excellent guess because of the movie Cool Runnings, which I love.
Okay.
No, that is not correct.
Bobsleds, water. I'd something with the NHL or skiing, but beyond that, I have no idea.
What I'm about to tell you is actual truth. This is real. This is not made up. You ready?
Okay.
Flavor Flav! Yeah. Flavor Flav from Public Enemy.
Okay.
Is now sponsoring and will be with the teams at the Winter Olympics.
For the bobsledders.
Yep, and the skeleton teams.
Okay. Hey,
that's cool. History of hip hop.
Why not expand?
He once opened a chicken restaurant in the state I was born in.
Okay.
In Iowa. That's a true story.
Okay. Well, yeah, why not go out? Hey, Ryan Reynolds with Wrexham.
Yeah.
Flavor Flav with the bobsleds.
Let's talk about the World Series. This World Series has been out of control, Don. Currently, the Toronto Blue Jays are up 3-2 as the series moves back to Toronto. I want to first talk about Game 3.
Okay.
Because I have said for many, many moons that as a Braves fan, you never leave early. In the fall of 1991, I believe it was 91 or 92, somewhere in there, the Braves went 21 innings. I stayed up and watched the whole game. I watched Sid Bream do that slide. Game 3, which was in Los Angeles, so you're on East Coast time, right? 18 innings, Don.
Yeah, I saw that.
They played 2 full games. I want to give you some factoids, some quick facts about that.
Okay.
The game took 6 hours and 39 minutes. So it ended at about midnight West Coast time. So on this East Coast, that's 3 o'clock in the morning, bro.
3.
There were 609 pitches throughout the entire game. 312 for the Dodgers, 297 for Toronto. So pretty even. Freddie Freeman Former Brave great, still breaks my heart. He actually hit the walk-off homer. Shohei Ohtani went 4 for 4 with 2 doubles and 5 walks. Will Klein pitches 4 innings and no earned runs in relief. They left 37 runners on base, Don. Combined.
Stranded. So 37 stranded.
Correct. Okay. There were 25 different position players used and 19 pitchers. That's crazy enough.
And usually how many? There's 9. There's 18
at the most at a minimum if you combine both teams. Yes.
Yeah, 18. So there's 25. Is that counting the pitchers?
No, that's 19 pitchers, dude. On top of the 25.
That's what I'm saying. The 25.
44 different people on the field over 18 innings.
Yeah.
Now, you want to know the craziest part?
What's that?
Do you know who sang the national anthem at Game 3?
No.
Brad Paisley.
Okay.
Let me give you 4 games that Brad Paisley in the World Series has sung the national anthem for. You ready for this?
Ready.
This week, game went 18 innings. Last year, game goes 10 innings. 2018, game goes 18 innings. 2017, game goes 11 innings. So if you're in the World Series and Brad Paisley is singing your national anthem, you may want to up your parking meter because you're going to be there for a while.
Yeah, don't think the game's going to end early.
Now let's talk about Game 5 last night.
Well, but before we can, yeah, was that the longest World Series game?
Well, it's tied because there was an 18 inning before this.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's the longest ever. It's got to be up there.
I mean, innings-wise. Innings-wise.
Right.
Yeah.
World Series Game 5, Trey Savage, who was playing in single-A ball in May, where he's playing in front of 300 people in Dunedin, Florida. Shout out Dunedin. That's where a lot of my family's from. He goes nuts last night. And these are notes that were sent to me by Alex.
Okay.
He has more playoff starts than he had in AAA. It's the first World Series game to start with back-to-back home runs. 2 home runs in about 3 or 4 total pitches. Davis Schneider has the leadoff after being sent down before the All-Star break. So he makes it back up, hits the first one. 2 completes. So for Trey Savage, first rookie with a 12 strikeout game in the World Series, and pitchers with 12 strikeouts with 0 walks in a World Series. This kid was on fire, dude. And Shohei Ohtani, who had a really good Game 3 and then had to pitch Game 4. So he makes $70 million a year if it's not deferred. Alex said Trey Savage makes less than he does. Something tells me that contract's getting renegotiated. Maybe it's just me.
Especially after last night.
Yeah. So we go back to Toronto for game 6.
Is that tomorrow?
Don't get me lying. I need to look.
Don't want to know. I want to know.
Let's see. Game 6 will be tomorrow at 8:00 Eastern.
Yeah.
And if Game 7 happens, it will be Saturday night at 8:00 Eastern. As we officially will have November baseball if that happens.
If that happens.
So craziness going on there. We also had breaking news today. The Washington Nationals have a brand new manager. His name is, I don't want to screw this up. I know I'm going to screw this up. Blake Butera is his name.
Okay.
You know why this is significant, Don?
Why is that?
He is 33 years old. He is the youngest manager in Major League Baseball since before I was born by a year. Youngest manager in baseball since 1972. At 33, I was still technically a newlywed because I got married at 30.
Yeah, 33. I was still what have you.
So
who's what's the odds on tomorrow night's game? Do we know what the favorite the odds are negative?
Screen, hold on. Just got out of that screen.
I think Toronto's probably favored.
Processing, please wait. Currently, Dodgers are actually your favorite at a minus 140. Your over under in runs is 7.5.
Okay.
So, and they don't have a lineup for Saturday because Saturday may not be necessary.
Yeah.
And that both of those games will be on Fox, your local Fox affiliate.
Tomorrow night.
Yep. Both and Saturday if necessary. Both will be on Fox.
Exactly.
All right, NCAA football this past weekend. Virginia squeaks by North Carolina by a point. Bill Belichick will not be happy with that. My South Florida Bulls. Memphis is like kryptonite to South Florida. Now, granted, we talked about this last week. They are bowl eligible, so I'm happy. But that doesn't mean we can let off the gas as they lose to Memphis. I mean, they were up big, and then Memphis comes back and wins by a field goal. Indiana continues to win by 50 over UCLA. Ole Miss beats Oklahoma by 8. Georgia Tech all over Syracuse. Vanderbilt goes into Texas this weekend, still winning. They're 9th ranked. They're higher ranked than Texas, but they're not favored, which I find very interesting. This is a statement game this weekend for the Vanderbilt Commodores. So be on the lookout for that after they beat Mizzou, who was also ranked by a touchdown.
I think Vanderbilt's probably favored on that. Was that the
1 moment, please?
Yeah.
I could take Texas is favored.
Oh, are they?
Texas is given 2.5. And they're ranked 20th.
Yeah, these guys are 9. Because here's the thing: after if they get past Texas, then they host Auburn.
Right.
Then they host Kentucky.
Kentucky will reach up and bite you. Auburn's not the powerhouse they used to be, but they're good enough.
But then they go to the last game, which is going to be at Tennessee. That's ranked number 14 right now.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have an easy road. They're in the SEC.
Yeah.
It's still the most complete football conference in college football. Not to be confused with the most complete baseball conference in college football. I don't know why I said that. But if Vandy gets past Texas, you can start talking playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they're bowl eligible, but they are a prime example of what NIL can do. They've got a quarterback who has to at least be in the conversation for the Heisman at this point because he's lighting the world on fire.
Oh, yeah. The key is good. He is good.
So we're going to have to see what happens tomorrow. Alabama beat South Carolina by a touchdown. Washington, 42-25 over Illinois. BYU wins big over Iowa State. Cincinnati continues to win as they beat Baylor by almost 3 touchdowns. Texas Tech, 42-0 over Oklahoma State. Texas beats Mississippi State. Sucks to have the under when you win 45-38. Oregon keeps winning over Badgers. Miami gets back on their winning ways, beating up on Stanford. Louisville over Boston College. A&M, LSU loses again. They dismissed Brian Kelly the other day. No real word yet on who is going to coach the LSU Tigers for the rest of the season. But whoever it is has to get a pass because it's almost November. So it's not like they're going to, they could still get in. They could, but they'd have to win out, and they'd have to do it with a new coach. So LSU fans, let's not quite call this thing a day just yet. Like, give whoever takes over that team, give them time to get things up and running. Michigan beats Sparty by 11. Tennessee over Kentucky 56-34. Let's get some defense going, boys. And Houston over Arizona State. let's get into the NFL. Another crazy week.
Before we do,
yeah,
let me ask, with this 12-team playoff now, like Georgia Tech, they're undefeated, but they're ranked 8. If they win out, of course, they will get into the playoffs, no doubt about it. But you got teams like Oregon, Ole Miss that are ranked higher than them, that have a loss. But do you think there's any, like, for instance, let's look at Ohio State. The only game they have to worry where I think they might have a shot at losing is Michigan.
Because it's rivalry week.
Yeah, because that right. They don't have any other.
There's all bets are off in rivalry week. Always has been, always will be.
Yeah. So even if they lose to Michigan, they're still going to make the playoffs. Same with Indiana, A&M, that kind of thing, especially if they stay undefeated. BYU, if they stay undefeated, they're 10th right now. Georgia Tech's undefeated. They're 8 right now. If they finish out, they should be in. Do you think of any upset of any team that's kind of in that mix that you think deserves to be in there that might not get in? Or what team do you think is kind of that racehorse?
I spilled my drink. Hold on one second. That was very cold. No free ads, but shout out Vitamin Water Zero.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm not willing to put money on anybody. That's
okay.
The only team that, if you go back to August and tell me is in the playoffs, that I tell you you're out of your cotton picking mind, would be Vandy. But again, you're in the toughest conference in college football. Now there's 174 teams in the SEC now, but Vandy, I think, has a fighting chance. It's been fascinating to see the fall off of teams like Boise State. Oklahoma struggles, but this is the first year that they've been in the SEC. So you have to take that into account as well. Was this the first year? I don't even remember. First or second year? Second year. You're right. This is going to be a wacky year, especially with the playoffs being bigger. And we're going to talk more about that as we get closer, because we've got to get our picks set up. We've got to get that show up and running. I'm going to be working on the spreadsheet for that here in the next couple of weeks. So all I got to do is plug and play with the teams, and then I can set up our PowerPoint for that. But this has been a very, very fascinating year for college football. It just has. Now, if I look at the way things are today, and we're not going to do if the playoffs started today, because none of it matters. Let me look at your top 25 right now. Where are you? Come on. Here we go. If I look at the bottom, Memphis, they're 7-1, but they've got to get a better strength of schedule. Utah with 2 losses.
Yeah.
It's a toss-up for them. USC with 2 losses, they'd have to get an early round. Houston at 7-1 is another one of those teams that can get in, but strength of schedule will hurt them. Michigan, if they beat Ohio State, that's a conversation you have to have. Texas has not looked as strong as I thought they would, but they're still hanging in there at 6-2, but one of those losses is Florida. So
if they all stay undefeated for the rest of the year, is what you're saying.
If they run the table the rest of the
way. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like if Texas is to lose next week with 3 losses, good luck. That ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because there's no 3-loss teams at all in the top 25.
Yeah.
Cincinnati could make a case, but again, you're on the outside looking in, just like Louisville. Virginia's kind of taking a bit of a free fall, only with 1 loss, but again, you got to play the big boys to get in. Notre Dame is an interesting discussion because they've played really, really hot and cold. BYU is undefeated, but they're one of those teams that tends to get a little bit unstable in the latter part of the season. So we'll have to see how that works out for them. The biggest surprise in the top 10 for me right now, and you take Vandy out of the equation, is Ole Miss. Because Ole Miss is a team that they're there, They're fine. There's nothing wrong with them, but they're just not a team that I put in the top 10 conversation every year. And in a year where we've got 12 teams in a playoff, those kind of things matter. You know what I mean?
For instance, Ole Miss, they host South Carolina. Then they host the Citadel.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
The Citadel is that team that you play because you cut them a check. I remember a number of years where that was Florida's last game before Florida State.
Yeah. And then they host Florida. Then they go to Mississippi State. So the schedule is not that hard, except for Florida, you would say.
Well, Florida's not that tough this year. I mean,
I know, but I'm just saying the last four are not like taking on Alabama and Georgia Tech for the last 3 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they got a good shot of staying in there if they if they run the table.
So we'll just get to see how it all works out.
Yeah.
I
love the 12 playoff system now. Remember, it used to be 2 teams, if that.
Yeah. And we'll find out how this is the first time we've had 12, so we'll see how this works out. Now, in the NFL, what a crazy week. Our best go out to Cam Scattaboo, who, man, I hated watching that footage because I didn't know it was coming. We hope that his ankle heals up really well. You could see what kind of a player he is by the way his teammates reacted to that ankle injury. When you dislocate your ankle,
not good.
Tough day.
Yeah.
But we want him to come back. He's, of course, on the IR right now. So we're going to see how that all goes. Myles Garrett sets a Cleveland Browns record with 5 sacks in a single game, Don.
How many people have ever done that?
His mind this past week. And here's you want your wheels off statistic for the week?
Sure.
Every team in the AFC East won last week. The last time that happened was the 28th of November in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like 4 years.
Because Miami wins, and I'm like, okay, who is this team? And then I'm like, wait a minute. Buffalo won. The Jets finally get a win. And New England wins. So now, first time in almost 4 years to the day. Other games this past week, Chargers all over the Vikings in a game I did not have. Houston beat San Francisco. They were given 3, but win by 11. We didn't have your picks, Don. You forgot to send it to me last week, by the way. It's all right. It happens.
Yeah.
Alex forgot to do his picks in our Pick'em League. So,
okay.
Chicago loses to Baltimore as they are playing my Dolphins tonight. This will not be pretty. Buffalo given 7, but doesn't really need it because they beat the Panthers 40-9. Philly does beat New York in the game we talked about. We already covered that. New England giving 7, but wins by 19 over the Browns. Like I said before, Jets get that win by a point over Cincinnati on the road. Dolphins all over Atlanta 34-10, which about time for Falcons to Falcon, I guess. Tampa Bay beats New Orleans by 20. The Colts
spanking.
The Colts actually covered at minus 15. They win by 23. No, 24. So Denver was giving 4, but didn't need it as they beat Dallas by 20. Packers, man, we had so much faith in your Steelers last week, Don. We really did. Green Bay was giving 3, but they win by 10 on the road in Acrisure Stadium. And Kansas City was giving 10.5. They win by 21 over a limping Washington Football Club. Going on right now, 12:01 left in the first. Miami is up 3-0 over Baltimore. Baltimore's giving them 7.5. Miami at 2-6. You know, and just so we're a reference, Baltimore's currently 2-5, which I don't know that they're used to.
No.
Lamar Jackson says every game is a must win for them, and I get that.
Yeah.
I think Miami's more of a must win for the people involved than anything else. I said this last week. McDaniels got a reprieve by beating Atlanta. I would take Baltimore minus 7.5 on the road in Hard Rock Stadium because it's Miami and weather's not a problem. It's just, man, this team breaks my heart. What are you thinking?
Let's just say it that Miami's not doing too good.
Yeah, that is true.
Baltimore is not doing too good.
They've got Lamar Jackson back, though.
But again, they got Lamar Jackson back. But the issue is with them is that Baltimore's a tough team. I just think had some hit those potholes you don't see in the road.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened to them. Now, if they were to take on the Steelers this weekend, I'd say this is going to be a tough game for either team. It will not be a blowout. So I think Baltimore is just tough. Even at 7.5, I'm going to take 7.5. I think they'll cover the spread because Miami's not that tough. The records are close. They both only have 2 wins, but I think Baltimore is the tougher team.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Sunday in the early set, we don't go back to overseas for another couple of weeks. Denver goes to Houston. Houston's giving them 1.5. Houston's showing flashes, but they're not being consistent. Give me Denver plus 1.5 on the road.
Yeah, that started at 1.5. We go, that's it? It's just 1.5?
Yeah.
You know, the Texans are 3-4. Denver looked tough. You know, they had some good plays. They're 6-2. I think I'm surprised that the line is not Denver -4. That surprises me.
Well, let's just talk about where the line is right now, Don.
Yeah, it's like 1.5. I'm taking Denver big time.
Indy
if it was Denver -4, I'd still take Denver.
Indy goes to your Pittsburgh Steelers. You're getting 3 in this game. Give me Pittsburgh plus 3 because I think this game is going to be close. I would love to see Pittsburgh win outright. Sooner or later, this Indy bubble is going to pop, although they're playing out of their minds. The run game is just out of control right now, but give me Pittsburgh plus 3.
So it actually started at 3.5, so that line went down.
Yeah,
more people, you know. So I love my Steelers and stuff, but I think Indy's, they might burst the bubble. But what happened with Pittsburgh last week at Green Bay with Green Bay at their house? Nah, I'm taking the Colts. I love the Steelers, but I'm taking the Colts.
San Francisco goes to MetLife Stadium to play the Giants, and they're giving the Giants 2.5. San Francisco's starting to curve it around a little bit. I would take San Francisco minus 2.5. They're not going to win by 30, but they'll win by at least a field goal.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. I don't see the Jets. You know, I'm surprised that the line's
Giants,
not
the Jets, Don.
I mean the Giants. I'm surprised the line's not like 3.5 or 4.5. I'll take San Fran with 2.5.
But you still got Purdy out. And
what?
So that's probably why it's as close as it is because Brock Purdy is still out.
Yeah.
Atlanta goes to New England. New England giving them 5.5. This is the point of the season where the NFC South becomes very underwhelming. Give me New England plus 5.5, and Miami just turned it over.
Yeah, I'm the same way there. Falcons are just New England has some pizzazz this year. A lot of people didn't see it. They're 6-2.
Yeah, Drake May playing out of his mind.
Exactly.
Chargers go to Tennessee and are giving Tennessee 9.5. Normally, I would be afraid of this game with that many points, but Tennessee's just bad. Give me the Chargers plus or minus 9.5.
Yeah, Tennessee's like what 1-7 right now. They won 1 game.
Yeah,
the Chargers are looking tough. Even though it's a high number of 9.5, I'd still take the Chargers too.
Carolina goes to Green Bay. Green Bay, they've got the only tie so far this year. They're giving 13.5 to Carolina. Give me Carolina plus 13.5 because this kind of game turns into a trap game, and Carolina could just keep it close enough to take the 13.5 points.
You know what? It actually started off at 12.5. Now it's gone. It changed by a point. Green Bay looked good. Yeah, I'm taking Carolina with the points. That's just too many points.
Minnesota goes to Detroit. To me, this is the game of the week. but Detroit's giving Minnesota 8.5. I am not starting Minnesota's defense this week. Detroit's starting to come alive, but I think Minnesota feels like they've got something to prove. So give me Minnesota plus 8.5.
Minnesota's kind of there, but I think Detroit, they had a couple bumps here or there. I still kind of like that. I think they'll be playoff bound. I think there'll be a shot. They could be talked for conference championships. Even if it's 8.5, I still think they'll win, even maybe by 14. So I'm taking Detroit on this one.
Cincinnati hosts the Bears. Chicago's giving them 2.5. This will be your nap game. Give me Chicago minus 2.5. They're going to win this game because Cincinnati's just bad.
Yeah, Chicago's had some bumps and bruises too. But again, what can you say about the Bengals?
Yeah, not much.
Yeah, they won a few games, but I think the Bears just have that tougher drive in them, so I'll take them on this one.
Into the late set, New Orleans goes to SoFi to play the Rams. Rams giving them 14. Puka Nacua is good. I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be a fun game to watch, but give me the Rams plus 2 touchdowns. I don't think they're going to run it up on them.
But it started at 13.5
touchdowns.
So it's just got even up more. New Orleans ain't gonna, even at 13 or 14.5. I'm taking the Rams.
All right. Jacksonville goes to the desert because the autumn wind is a raider. Jacksonville's giving them 3. It's not enough. The Raiders are in a tailspin. Give me Jacksonville plus 3. And plus, I found out today that I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Their mascot's name is Jackson.
I did not know that.
I have a cat named Jackson. I only know that because of your boy Dalton Castle today on ROH.
Okay. Did not know that. Well, here's the thing. You know me. Jacksonville's my dark horse. So I got to take them. Got to go with them.
And what could be the other game of the week? Kansas City goes to Buffalo. KC giving 2. Buffalo at home. Bills Mafia is going to be fired up. Give me Buffalo plus 2 because I think they win outright.
Hold on. Let me check something here. Give me a second.
It's a 90-minute show, Don.
I know. It started at 1.5, but gone to 2. Still, I'm taking the Buffalo. No, Buffalo.
Sunday night football, Seattle goes to Washington. Seattle's giving 3. The Seahawks are kind of rolling right now a little bit, even though they lost to Houston. This team is putting it together. Give me Seattle minus 3. Washington's still trying to get it back to where it was.
It started at 3.5, so that line kind of went down. But no, I'd still take Seattle, even though it went down a little bit.
Monday night football. Arizona comes to our Fairburg to play the Dallas Cowboys. Kyler Murray has every intention of starting on Monday night. They're getting 2.5. Give me Arizona plus 2.5. Dallas hasn't shown me anything consistently enough that now granted, they're good at home. They were great in their last home game, but Arizona, if Kyler Murray's back, they're going to win this game.
I agree 100%. Same thing. If Kyle Murray's out, different story, then you might want to talk the points at the 2.5. It could be a close game within a field goal. But if Kyle Murray's back, no way. They'll win.
All right, let's get into the second part of this show, which is entertainment and stuff we watched this week on a TV screen, which I'm assuming you probably don't have anything, Don, because you were at Disney all week. But before we do it, let's talk about your trip.
Okay.
You went to Orlando with your lovely wife.
Yep. And my sister-in-law, Wyray, which you met.
I did see her in a couple of the pictures. Tell us about your trip, Don.
So the Fantastic Faith Ford, this was our big yearly trip. She always wanted to go to Disney, so we went to Disney. And we were there for roughly about a week. We stayed at the Port Orleans Riverside.
It's a great resort.
Yeah, which is kind of like you're on the river, which literally you are. Yep. Which is next to the French Quarter. If you've never been to Disney, it's all those little things that they do. Mm-hmm. The little things that, if you really look to notice, is very amazing. Like there's You'll never see trash on the can, and one of the reasons is that on the ground, because someone's always there picking it up. The place is immaculate, all the parks, and the fact that there is a trash can at least 30 steps away. If you can't walk more than 30 steps away from being from a trash can in the park.
26 feet.
I'm saying, 30 steps. They always say
because they did a study, and that study said that the longest somebody would carry a piece of trash is 27 feet.
Yeah. So I found that to be very interesting on that. So the first day we actually went to the Hollywood studios and did that for a reason. We then on the second day went to Magic Kingdom because we stayed for the Mickey Not So Scary night at the. We decided to do that. Where they closed the park early at 6, and then at 7 they had if you pay an extra charge, they do put a Halloween out. They have a parade that goes to the Magic Kingdom. Headless Horsemen, all the villain characters, trick or treat all around the park. They do extra stuff at those places like the Haunted Mansion and stuff where they had ghost figures around and everything like that. So we did that. We did do the not the full premium lightning pass, but we did a lightning pass where you get like one premium ride and a couple of the main rides where you can do the lightning pass, which was really nice because a lot of those lines, they get long.
They do.
We did hit the big ones on the very first thing. We got there at opening. Since we were on the property, we got to go in right at 8:30. So on the we went straight to the new Rise of the Resistance Star Wars at Hollywood Studios. That is a great ride. At the Magic Kingdom, it's the new Snow White 7 Dwarfs roller coaster and Tron. Those were the first two. Tron is very interesting. That's one of my funnest, I think, most innovative, where you're like on the bike and you're going
on the light cycle.
Yeah, on the light cycle, and you're down and you're on this roller coaster going around. Then on the third day, we went to Epcot, and the big one is Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the one we hit first. That was very interesting. It's innovative, kind of like Space Mountain, but you can rotate around, and they got the stars. It's not just pitch black.
Right.
So you feel like you're going through space, which was really cool. Then on the fourth day, we did Animal Planet. And the Avatar ride, that is the big star. We went there first. And that line is like boom, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah.
But that one was it's kind of like the Tron where you're on kind of like the bike, but you're stationary and you're kind of going. On Tron, you're like a roller coaster on the bike. This one, you're stationary, but you feel like you're flying. They have the water, everything. That was one of the most, I think, sensatory best rides there was.
Very immersive, if you will.
Very immersive, yes. Where you feel like you're really going close to water, underwater. You feel like you're flying. Then we spent 2 days at at Universal. First one was the 2 Florida parks. We hard passed. They've been there for a while. It wasn't as good. We did the Harry Potter ride, did the little train between the parks. So that was very interesting to do that. And to see some of those rides, and the Minions ride. My wife loves the Minions, so we did Despicable Me. And then on second day at Universal, we went to the new Epic Park.
As I was hoping you would.
That is new. Okay, here's
Just
the
June.
What?
Just opened in June.
Yes, so you could tell it's a new park. They're learning from their mistakes. We hit the Isle of Burke.
As you should have. I would have been very upset had you not.
So we did I did the Dragon roller coaster, did the little boat ride that they had at Burke. The issue with the Harry Potter Hagrid ride and the new Harry Potter ride at the Epic, you're talking 2-hour waits.
Oh, yeah. Not shocking.
Even when you get there,
yeah,
it's a 2-hour wait. And so here's the thing. The ride I was most impressed of everything was I thought was most innovative is the new Mario Kart ride at Epic.
I was going to ask if you were able to do that.
We did.
That in the Donkey Kong coaster.
Yeah, so you're kind of in there, in the little ride, going through. It's like you're driving the car, taking you through, but they put a big kind of hat thing on there, and you got 3D goggles. So now it's 3D. You have images running across in front while you're shooting, while you're going through. So I think the newest, most innovative ride was the Mario Kart of all of them. This is the new technology. And when you got to the Mario area, you looked like you were in Nintendo Land. But here's the problem with Epic. There's only like 2 rides in the Frightmare, like the Frankenstein's Castle, basically 2-3 rides at Mario Land, 3 rides at Drain Your Dragon, 1 big roller coaster, and 1 ride at Harry Potter. There's only probably about 12 rides at Epic.
Yep.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be, I mean, Mario, the Nintendo Land looked like you were there. A lot of money. It is new. It is beautiful. But there's not a lot of rides at Epic. And you can't go between the other parks. It's Epic all day. That's it. You can't go to another park.
Oh, really?
No, it is. You have to buy the Epic ticket.
Okay.
And if you're in the other parks, you can't go to Epic on the same day like you can hop between the 2 parks at the regular one.
Interesting.
So Disney overall, I think, has more of the customer thing, all the little things. And Universal's more for the older crowd, you can kind of tell. But the lines can get really bad, I think. If you ever go to Disney, do the meal plan. Do the meal plan. Yep. I cannot say that enough.
Yep.
If you're going to be there for 4 days, they got 2 options, 1 with table and quick service or 2 quick service. That will save you in the long run. It is worth it.
Yep. And
then also, the other thing is do some kind of lightning pass some days there.
Yep. But
it was a good, fantastic Fate Forward. Loved it. A lot of walking. The weather was good overall considering. But the little things of the guest care in Disney, even over Universal, like when you're at the pools, they have lifeguards walking, constantly walking. They do not just sit there. They worry about safety. They worry about all that. You can just tell it's a really good thing. So if you go, do your planning, stay on property. If you ever go to Disney, get the meal plan. It will save you in the end. Try to get at least a part of a lightning pass. But she loved it. Will we go back someday? Probably.
All right. Excellent. I'm glad you had a blast, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Let's stuff we watched this week on a TV screen.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to talk about in there?
We're just getting back, trying to get to the,
So I did watch, they played the first 2 episodes after SmackDown of Everything on the Menu with Braun Strowman. He was in Fort Worth for the first episode and DC for the second episode.
Okay.
I very much enjoy this show. He goes to 2 different places because they're only 30-minute episodes. So he goes to 2 different places. The second place is where he does the Everything on the Menu. The first place, he just gets kind of a sampling of what they do. I am enjoying this show. Okay. And for the people that are wondering why Adam Scherr isn't showing up in other companies, WWE's producing this. So, Miami just missed a field goal. So you're not going to see him. I don't think you're going to see him on AEW or TNA or anything anytime soon because this show has the WWE logo on it. Paul Levesque is an executive producer. So I very much enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the episode tomorrow night. So I would say check it out. It's a lot of fun.
I'd be interested in it.
Check it out.
Why not?
Found out the other day that January 28th at the Wiltern Theater in Los Angeles, there will be a Married with Children reunion where they're doing a live reading, and Christina Applegate will be there. So if you are a Married with Children fan, January 28th, get those tickets. Go check it out. They're all going to be together.
So the Bud,
the whole cast,
the 4, okay,
or at least the 4, if not, more.
Yeah.
I told my wife about this as we get into more movie talk. Jesse Williams will be returning to Grey's Anatomy for season 22. She says he pops in and out every once in a while, but she always likes his character. Doctor Who, those rights are going back to the BBC after the current season. Disney Plus not going to be carrying Doctor Who again. So,
and I know that has such a real following too. Yeah. Some people just love that.
So, Only Murders in the Building has been renewed for season 6. They're going to move to London. And they've actually got a themed escape room up the street from here at Grapevine Mills. They have an Only Murders in the Building themed escape room that is branded. So, cool. We have the official start date for the Scrubs reboot, Don. It's going to be a 2-episode premiere February 25th at 8 Eastern. It's going to be a mid-season replacement.
I never got into Scrubs. It may be good.
I've watched a handful of episodes. It's good stuff.
Yeah, because like The Pit, some people haven't watched it. I tell them watch it, and boom, It's just for some reason I never just got into it.
FX's Adults has been renewed for season 2. That's a big hit for them. And the King of the Hill new version has been renewed for season 16 and 17. They're getting 2 more years out of that. But in kind of a tech talk kind of a news, Hulu and Live TV has merged with Fubo. So if you have Fubo, that's all one thing now, which means now Disney has a 70% stake in that particular deal. So,
okay. Do you think that's a good merge?
Fubo is a good service. They might be filling in some gaps that Hulu Live TV doesn't. I'm still not a fan because I can't fast forward when I watch on delay, and we'll get to that. Something else that I'm having a problem with on that here in just a minute. AMC the network has cast Betsy Brandt from Breaking Bad. She's going to join season 3 of Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches, which also has the Alexandria Daddario in it. How you doing? Apple TV has said Justin Lin is going to remake a French film called That Man from Rio with Sydney Sweeney. This is about a guy whose wife gets kidnapped and then or girlfriend gets kidnapped and he has to go save her. So,
and stuff like that.
NBC Peacock USA News. The Voice has added this week's episode is going to have a thing called the mic drop. Each judge is going to pick one person and give them the mic drop. After they pick their person, there'll be an online vote. And no matter what happens to that contestant, whether they make it all the way or they get eliminated next week, that person that wins the audience vote is going to perform in the Rose Parade on New Year's Day.
Cool.
That's kind of cool. I'm kind of here for it.
Hey, how many people have to say, hey, they've done the Rose Parade?
There you go. I forget to tell my wife about that because she loves that show. So that'll be happening this week. Or it may have already happened. I think it's actually earlier this week. But
I just never got into those. I tried a little bit of the American Idol when they did the tryouts or whatever before but that's some people love it. I don't.
I fell off after like season 5 or 6 of Idol.
Who didn't?
Netflix has announced that season 2 of Running Point, which is their fictionalized version of the Lakers, Ray Romano is going to play the coach in season 2.
I can see that.
So I'm very excited.
I think that would be a good fit for him.
And Adam Driver is going to star in a series for them called Rabbit, where he plays an escaped convict who takes hostages after being cornered by law enforcement at a truck stop. So, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And Don, I don't know if you saw
the
Stranger Things trailer dropped today.
And what is that, November 26th?
That's the first part. It's November 26th. It's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and New Year's Eve. And last week on the show, we did announce that the New Year's Eve for the final episode, which could go 3 hours, they're going to have it in theaters.
All right. On New Year's. That's smart.
Yeah. So I may be at a movie theater on New Year's Eve.
Now, do you think that this will be the final Stranger? I know the kids are.
No, this is the last season. The Duffer Brothers have said it. This is it.
Okay.
So, and I'm very excited. It's going to be a heck of a thing. The music they remixed in this one is Queen's "Who Wants to Live Forever."
So basically, after New Year's Eve, that's it. They're dropping no more.
Yep,
they're not. Okay.
And the way this trailer looks, it's going to be bat guano crazy.
And they got the Squid Games thing coming up again too.
Yep, I did see that as well.
Okay.
Let's see here. Starz has canceled BMF after season 4, but there are multiple spinoffs in development.
BMF, what was that about? I think I saw it.
That's your department, sir. You're the one that has Starz.
Yeah, hold on.
End of the first word, 7-3.
I don't think that. What's the score in the game?
BMF.
Okay. No, the score in the game.
Lowercase M, lowercase F.
Okay. Yeah, that's one we didn't really get into.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
TV on DVD and Blu-ray this week. The Reba McEntire season 1 of Happy's Place will be available. And you can get the complete series with the movie on Blu-ray of Monk.
I never got into that. I know some people loved it.
I watched a few episodes.
Yeah.
All right, Don. Now it's time for stuff we watched this week when it comes to movies. Anything? Did you catch any movies this past week?
No, we've been I had to miss out on some press screenings and stuff like that because we've been gone.
Now, Don,
here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Y-Ray's still here, so we have until till Wednesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister-in-law's still here. So it's kind of like, one just getting back, getting the laundry done. Yesterday, we just let our feet try to heal. I have plenty of blisters. So, but we're trying to catch up. But I know, we got some new invite just came in. Hush, hush.
I've already seen it. But I can't talk about it yet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I made you a promise last time you were on the show, Don.
What?
Do you remember the promise I made you?
No, I slept since then. I apologize.
I promised you that. Now, granted, we had to not do the show the next week because I got sick.
Yeah.
But I made you a promise that the next time you are on the show, I will have watched the new How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
I watched the new How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
I liked it. I don't know that it brought anything new to it. It looked beautiful. It looked absolutely gorgeous. I mean, we're getting another one. So
are they doing off the second part, or
they haven't said yet if they're going to do the same thing?
Okay.
I'm assuming they will. But it was good. It wasn't great. It was good. If I hadn't seen the original, I'd probably like it more, but they didn't bring anything new to it except live action.
But that's the part. It's kind of like Jungle Book. What did they bring?
But yesterday, Don, I did a double feature.
Okay.
Because I have AMC A-List, I get 4 movies a week.
Okay.
So early afternoon, I caught an IMAX showing of Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere. This is the Jeremy Allen White biopic that is about the making of the Nebraska album. It's really good. It's all of 2 hours. It takes up every nanosecond of 2 hours. But seeing it in IMAX in that sound field was fantastic. And Jeremy Allen White absolutely crushes it.
Of course, he's always.
So
when did he do a role that he stinks at?
I'm just saying.
I know, but that's
night. I had about a 20-minute break, and then last night I saw a 3D presentation of Tron Ares. So you went on the ride, I saw the movie.
Okay.
There are some very subtle things they do in this movie that are really cool. I liked it better than Tron Legacy. I thought Tron Legacy tried too hard. This is kind of a different story. There is a really cool mid-credit scene, and that's all I'm saying. There's no post-credits, but there's a cool mid-credit scene that I can see where this is. I mean, you can see where this is going. If we get another one. I don't know that we will.
So on the Springsteen movie you saw, are there potentials of that making for you some kind of, I'm going to say, lists?
I can neither confirm or deny at this point.
Okay.
There might be some nominations that I put up with North Texas.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like the acting possibly, or...
And he did all his own singing, which is insane when you see the film.
So it's kind of like Val Kilmer with The Doors.
Yeah.
Was it Morrison or was it Kilmer?
I even watched in the credits to make sure his name was attached to the songs, and he did all his own singing. The only actual Springsteen songs are stuff that are playing when he's not singing. And there's a whole it's really well done. So
there'll probably be award talks at the end of the year for this film. Probably,
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
I this is such a competitive year. Like, I'll tell you, like, right now, Don, let me look at my list. Right now, it sits at number 13.
Yeah.
And I have seen 50 films so far this year.
Put it this way. If it gets nominated for some Oscars next year, it wouldn't surprise you.
And I went to a screening this week, which we'll talk about here in a minute. December 4th and 11th, Wedding Crashers is going to return to theaters for its 20th anniversary, Don.
But why would he go back to a theater? I mean, it was a great film, but...
And there's going to be 10 minutes of deleted scenes in it, too.
Well, I could see that then.
Last week, we talked about Michael B. Jordan being in talks to play Tubbs in a new Miami Vice movie. Now we're hearing who's in talks for Crockett, and I'm here for it. Let me just set the stage for you, Don. Think Miami Vice with Michael B. Jordan and Austin Butler.
Yeah. Ding 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 ding
Yeah.
ding ding
I'm here
ding
for
ding
it.
ding
I want
ding
to go to
ding
there
ding
now.
ding.
Because I like the Jamie Foxx, Colin Farrell one from a few years ago. Because Michael Mann knows what he's doing. Great soundtrack. I thought the movie was good. It's dark.
I mean, Lincoln Park's when the movie started off with Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinemark is installing 70 millimeter IMAX screens for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. They're doing it themselves because the current IMAX screens they have will not be big enough to house this 70 millimeter print.
And that's the one with Matt Damon and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, and everybody and their brother that you can buy tickets now for next July. So this thing better deliver, bro, because
they put some money up. They'll make money in the end.
Now, Don, here's something that's right up your alley. I'm surprised that this doesn't happen for another 2 weeks because tomorrow is Halloween. November 13th, we got an email about this. Neon Pictures is doing a thing for one day only called 3 Nightmares from Osgood. One ticket, and in Dallas, it's not in every theater. And I'll give you the website here in a minute. One ticket will get you to see Longlegs. That was the Nicolas Cage thing. The Monkey from earlier this year. And his new film, Keeper. In Dallas, the only theater you can do this at is at the Cinemark West Plano, which is not that far from here. It's on the tollway.
Yeah.
If you are not in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you are interested in this, go to films.neonrated.com/keeper. Let me see if I can put that on the screen. Let's see here. Nope, I don't want to do that. I should have done this before. See if it'll let me. It's not going to let me add a banner. I don't know how we're going to do that. But it is films.neonrated.com/keeper. One day only, November 13th, 3 films, same director from Neon. So go check that out. Tyler Sheridan is actually leaving Paramount to go work with NBC. However, this is kind of wish Alex was here. He and Peter Berg are working together for Paramount for the Call of Duty movie. So I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. Because it's going to be live action.
Yeah, I doing Call of Duty and stuff like that, I think it would be a good mix. Big time.
So those two working together, let's go. Warner Brothers announced today they're bringing Hello Kitty to the big screen in July of 2028.
That far out?
It's going to take a while to get that.
3 years, yeah. Well, it would be animated or live action, did you say?
They didn't say, but I'm assuming it's going to be animated.
Okay.
Zeb Wells, who's the guy that wrote Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
He is working on a Buck Rogers film for Legendary Pictures, basing it on the origin story. I love Buck Rogers. I have a Buck Rogers t-shirt. I have the Blu-rays of the entire series and the movie. I'm ready for this. And I like Zeb Wells' work a lot.
So I'm getting with that too. I think that'd be I think that'd be a good match. And I think it'd do it justice too for all the fans from back then. And remember Buck Rogers.
Just when you thought it was over, Don.
What's that?
Because of the success of this past film, you're getting a Conjuring prequel.
They could add to it. Why not? I know you love it.
The only movie that I think people will be interested in this week, because I'm looking at the release schedule and there's not much going on. I did screen Bugonia, Bugonia, with the Emma Stone and the Jesse Plemons. This is the latest from Yorgos Lanthimos. This is the guy that did Poor Things, and he also did Kinds of Kindness. Jesse Plemons plays a guy who believes that aliens live among us and are here to destroy the planet, and he believes that tech CEO played by Emma Stone is one of them. So he and his cousin abduct her, and then stuff happens. What I can say is it's better than Kinds of Kindness, because Kinds of Kindness was trash, in my opinion. They did shave Emma Stone's head on camera. That is real.
One take.
Yep. And before they did it, she shaved Yorgos' head. That was the deal. Now, at the screening I went to at the Angelica, when we were leaving, you know how you go down the stairs and there's that little landing before you go to the bottom part?
Yeah.
There was a barber there, and people could go and get their head shaved to a buzz cut on their way out, and people did it.
I love stuff like that.
When Raymond did his intro for the movie, the lady came up behind him. He's like, so after the film, and she threw the little cover over him, and it had the logo. And I was like, they're going to shave people's heads, bro. And they did. I saw it happen. I wasn't going to do it because I'm trying to hold on to what I got.
I probably would have done it. That's innovative, though. I love. But overall, how would you? Okay, let me ask you this. This is always a good thing. Watch gauge.
30 minutes.
Huh?
It's right now on my list. It sits at 42.
Okay,
so it would be in my bottom 10, but it's also not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
you know, it's. I think.
Do you think I would enjoy something like that?
No, it's a little too out there for you. I mean, I'm not telling you not to see it for yourself, but wait till it streams.
Okay,
and that way you can kind of take breaks and stuff because it's weird, man. That's all I'm saying. It's weird.
Okay,
but it's Yorgos, so you kind of have to expect that.
Exactly.
TV movies on DVD and Blu-ray this week, also in theaters, and I'm going to try to go Monday afternoon. It is the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future, and Monday afternoon, the one by my house is showing it in Dolby Cinema, so I'm going to try to go. But there's a lot of different. There's a 4K release. There's some really great box sets out there. Go to the Amazon exclusive. It's pretty dope, so go check that out. You're getting a 4K steelbook for Cheech and Chong's last movie. So you got that going for you. Arrow Video.
Go ahead.
Arrow Video is doing a Blu-ray edition of Basket Case from the 80s. I think it was in the 80s. And they're doing a limited edition of Outland. Eureka's is doing a 4K of Martyrs. Scream Factory is doing a 4K steelbook from John Carpenter's Vampires. I actually liked that film.
Too.
James
Wood and stuff like that, where they go after the. I like that one.
Yeah, I think it wasn't John Bon Jovi in that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it's James Woods, Daniel Baldwin, Cheryl Lee, Thomas Ian Griffith. I don't see John Bon Jovi's name on this. What's going on there? All right, I'm gonna have to look up and see which one he did. I know he was in Young Guns 2 for like, why even list that? It was like 5 seconds. He
got shot in the beginning.
Let me see. But a great song. Great song. They're showing a lot of his music videos. He did an episode of 30 Rock. Did an episode of The West Wing. Oh, he was in Vampires Los Muertos.
Okay.
I thought he was in John Carpenter's Vampires. I am mistaken. So, Shout Factory is doing a 4K of Hard Boiled, which is going to be more than worth. That's a great film. And the Criterion Collection is doing a 4K of their version of The Breakfast Club. I have the Blu-ray. So.
That's dope.
And Saturday's November, Don. You know what that means?
November?
No, I'm not going to do it this year because I'm looking for a job.
Never mind.
So I'm going to keep it in. I know, but you didn't know. It's okay.
Okay.
But it's the next Criterion 50% off sale at Barnes & Noble. So
I just never gotten Criterions. I don't, but
I'm a big Criterion fan. So
I know, I understand.
And they pushed back.
I remember that when
the release of House Party
came out, 1985. Yeah. I remember that summer. People just heard, but then once it came out, then it was the word of buzz. Like,
do you remember your trivia as it pertains to that film and this show?
No.
Don't You Forget About Me was the very first song I ever sang by myself on karaoke.
Okay.
So
don't you forget about me.
Yep. So we want to talk about CBD House of Healing before we go any further.
Of course.
Because they are a proud sponsor right here at Sunset Lounge DFW.
Love
Make
it.
sure you're following Sunset Lounge. We have a brand new show, Don. on the network. The Sunset Soccer Club first episode is available for you now. Great. I talked to the guy hosting it last week. I was on YDC, and really nice guy. Looking forward to he wants to come on the show. So we're going to have him on soon. But if you're having pain, if you're having anxiety, if you're having sleepless nights, and you want to get rid of those things, but you want to do it naturally, check out CBD House of Healing. It's a women-owned store. She's also a registered nurse. They carry only products from their lab because she holds things to high standards. Summer Hansen, she is the owner. Again, she's a registered nurse. She wants to build trusted relationships through education. She doesn't want to just give you something. She wants to help you take care of yourself because self-care is the goal. Go to cbddallas.com or you can visit them 8550 Plano Road. That's at Northwest Highway and Plano Road over there. Go check them out. CBD House of Healing. Get the healing you need from House of Healing. And now this. The second half of this show is the Cheat Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things in the realm of professional wrestling. And let us get started. We start with some tough news. Peter Avalon, who you probably remember from a lot of work in AEW, he was one of the librarians, and then he was one of the wingmen, which is a weird bit. He's having ACL and meniscus surgeries. So we want to send our best out to Peter Avalon.
Yeah.
Come back soon, sir. You're very respected. Congratulations, Steph DeLander and Mance Warner were married the other day. So they're
congratulations.
Impact, again, this is the third week in a row that Impact has not done anything new. 2 weeks ago, they did they just had some interviews in the fallout from Bound for Glory. Last week was the documentary, and this week is the very hearty Halloween special. So you got that going for you. Congratulations to Ron Simmons. He has been inducted into the Georgia High School Hall of Fame as a football player. We love Ron Simmons. So,
damn.
First African-American heavyweight champion of the world in the NWA. Always remember that. Technically it was WCW, but I count it.
Yeah.
Saturday night's main event is this week, Don, and it's a Peacock exclusive. You cannot watch it on NBC, and it starts at 6 Central, not 7. Because it's on Peacock, it can start early.
Well, the one I think you got football on.
Yeah.
So they're not, if you're at NBC, would you rather have a big football game or?
Well, here's the thing: you'd be competing against yourself because they carry Notre Dame.
True.
So you can't have it on NBC. You'd have to do it on Peacock. So, R-Truth on November 16th is doing a one-man show in New York City. It is called Ron Killings, R-Truth, One Night Only, New York City. Very creative title. But he didn't say where. It just said tickets are going on sale. He didn't say where it was going to be because why would he? From a SmackDown perspective, just so you know, Jade Cargill is now heel. So update your roster accordingly.
She came in and did the save. Who did not see that coming by 1,000 miles?
Especially, she was dressed. She was basically in a heel outfit. So
I know
it's kind
of. But who did not see that coming?
So, looks like I will be watching Raw the next day now because 2 weeks in a row now, I've started it late and it would not let me skip the commercials. Whereas it used to just skip the commercials for me. Now I just have to click forward twice the next day and it skips the commercials, but I can't do it live on the night of. So you're not getting me, Netflix. I pay for the upper tier for a reason.
The thing I always wait a couple days anyways, because when I go to fast forward on Wednesday, it will have it where I can see the kind of preview of what's going down below. If I do it on Tuesday, I don't see anything. I can't see.
I can't, Don, because I've got to keep up with all of my research, and I don't want to be spoiled for it. So, I did. Did you watch Raw this week? Did you have time, Don?
Yeah.
The dual natural selections by Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, I thought was a cool little move there in the women's tag title match. I thought that was cool. And one more difference, and they have the most title defenses of the women's tag team titles.
But yeah, I saw that. It was a good match too.
Yeah, it's a great match. Very much
Great
enjoyed
match.
that. Halloween Havoc was a thing. The first time since Stand and Deliver 2022, which I believe was the one Alex and I were at. No, or was that 2023? No, it can't have been that late. The first time since Stand and Deliver 2022 that 3 titles changed on a single plea. You have a new North.
Going back to the tag team match with Charlotte. Okay, so they lost, but Bailey and so forth. I thought I was going to see where she goes psycho again and attacks her partner because they lost.
Not yet.
That's what I thought. We had a title, you got pinned, and she just goes crazy back crazy on her. That did surprise me.
It's coming. Okay. By the way, there was a great picture this week. Bailey actually met Chris Statlander in an adorable picture of the two of them as Statlander's carrying her. So you have a new women's North American champion in Blake Monroe. You have new NXT champions in Dark State. Kind of saw that coming. That led the show. And a new women's world champion in Tatum Paxley, which I thought was a great move as well. They did announce that November 18th and 25th, they will be doing 2 shows. I don't know if they're going to tape them the same night or if they're actually going to do 2 live shows at MSG, at the theater at MSG. Now, Don, I need you ready for this because you know what it's called.
What's that?
It's called Triple A NXT TNA Gold Rush.
Gold Rush.
Thank you. So that's going to happen here in a couple of weeks. Thea Hale wins this week because there were some promos being cut, and she just walks across the background and just goes because it was Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. We're talking about all the countries that they have defended their titles and wrestled in, and they're like London, then we've been to Paris, we've been to Germany, and then Thea Hale goes, she's walking in the background, Don, and as she walks by, she goes, "Say his name and he appears." And Joe Hendry pops up out of a garbage can. I giggled for what seemed like an eternity. So that was funny. And I do respect that your main event was for the TNA Knockouts title. Kalani Jordan was wearing TNA colors as her outfit. So I respect that. Great match with her and Jordan Grace. Getting into some AEW news real quick. You can call me insane. You wouldn't be the first. I love the new video entrance for the conglomeration.
Oh, the piano playing and all that.
Where it's like a sitcom, where it's like Friends meets Full House.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm here for it. I want more of it.
But here's my thing. What was that one on Impact where it was the alternative universe house or something like that from a couple years ago?
Are you talking about the Hardy compound, the final deletion?
Where they went to an alternate universe, whatever.
Oh, that Wrestle House thing.
Wrestle House.
Oh.
Does it remind... When I saw that, it reminded me of the Wrestle House.
No, it didn't.
It did. That's what came to my mind.
Did not remind me of that. By the way, mine.
I'm being honest.
14-6. And we had a Nixon Newell appearance. God, why did I just lose her name? What she was in WWE. Formerly Tegan Knox. So she showed up. So she's a part of AEW now. And Penelope Ford is out with a UCL injury, so replacing her in the women's tag team tournaments, it will be Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. And a great moment during Dynamite where they're eye to eye, and out of nowhere, just here comes Moxley going. He's looking back and forth, and he's like, "Oh no!" And he just goes away. So get ready for that. And have you watched Dynamite yet, Don?
Yeah, I saw it.
The ending. Orange Cassidy for the win when he just goes,
"Nah, don't want to see it."
And that's going to be in 2 weeks. Actually, 3 weeks, the 18th. So
but aren't they doing a women's blood and guts too? They were saying or something.
They're doing both. They're doing both. which we knew it was inevitable. But now you've got the personnel that can pull that off. So, anything else you want to talk about, Don?
Nah, I've been kind of out of the loop going,
Oh, you're getting back to normal, and we get that. Yeah. So,
my feet have blisters.
There's a QR code over there. Click it and get to all of our social media. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. So get ready for that. You can follow us on your social medias. For me, everything is Yes That Rob Urban. That is spelled ERVIN. My normal co-host, Alex Barnhill. You can follow him at Vexploit on all social media. We got some things cooking. So get ready for that. I'm very excited about some of the ideas we're coming up with. And make sure that you go to Pro Wrestling Tees and search for the Cheap Popcast. That's where you can find some of our cool t-shirts designs. And if you want to design a t-shirt for us, we're here for it. Just send those ideas and we'll get you the profits. We're not worried about that. Send it to Alex, his email address at alex@theclubhousepodcast.com.
Well, it gives us awesome shirts that even make me look good. ProWrestlingTees.com/cheap podcast. At Twitter, I'm at Bunu. IGVNUUU. And if you want this band at your place, email me, Don, at theclubhousepodcast.com.
Email Don for information on how we can come do we love doing live remote shows and hang out. Empire. Email Don for that. You can email me questions, comments, concerns. Tell me to go pound sand. I am Rob at theclubhousepodcast.com. Charlotte Marshall is on Pinterest because we are morally obligated to say that. Our normal show every Thursday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Did I go? Yeah, is your one-stop shop for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, and pro wrestling. So until next time, for Alex, for Don, for the Empire, I'm Rob. Clubhouse is closed, and I'm doing something different this week. Join me tomorrow night, Round Pen Cowboy Church, for the Holy Hallelujah. I'm DJing. Be there.
This is a Stolen Water Media production.